Empowering self-discipline. Success is well assured when self-discipline is well implemented in our daily life. Another word we can replace self-discipline with is self-control, the ability to stay on track in achieving a goal in spite of the errors or failures. Success and failures have equal odds of occurring, 50/50th chance. Humans face the problem of becoming right or successful at all times. That is our natural instinct, which contradict the realities of life. We succeed in a mist of failures. The only way to be able to become what we really want to become is to adapt ourselves with the realities of life and grow in knowledge and wisdom through series of lessons and experience of the realities of life. This is the only path to fulfill our earthly dreams or goals. But we have a problem here, that is our natural instinct, egoism, which I believe is the source of human inspiration to take action in decisions in life. Learning how to manage our ego is critical to become successful. As desperate as we want to succeed in the very field we find ourselves, we must first of almost learn to control our ego. It is only through that we can become whoever we want to become. We saw from our infancy that society always praise and give respect and honor to those who were successful in either academics or possession of materials, whilst we put to shame those who has not succeed yet. We consider the successful strong, wise, knowledgeable, insightful, responsible and so on, whilst those who are still struggling were seen as weak, unwise, ignorant, and thus they become ridicule in our society or even among the family. Such person was seen treated wrongfully. So we saw failure as an omen and has to be avoided at all cost in our life. It became our ego to avoid failure in our field by all means. We don't want to see failure anywhere in our life. The truth is we cannot. For us to be able to succeed requires that we fail to keep us up on our feet. Even the people the society praise once failed in the course of trying to succeed. So the question, what made them unique from their colleagues who were still struggling? That is what we should seek and provide an answer to. From my side, I believe the only thing which made the failure became successful is self-discipline. Everyone has the ego to succeed at all times, and when they failed in the course of becoming successful, they give up on the dreams and then become a liability to the society. The successful never give up in the course of failing while trying to succeed. Though they cry, they become disappointed, yet they stand up again and confront their dreams. This time with more enthusiasm to succeed. They do whatever is required to achieve their goal. They never skip any process, they follow as it is. They modify what is to be modified. They don't accept defeat. They don't give a try. They believe it can be done, so they go for it. They don't care when and where their goal will be met. They go for it with the required process in mind. They don't care the number of times they will fall. All that they know and believe is man has the potential to achieve anything so far as they don't give up and pursue until death. Never allow failure or the sense of shame for failing be your reason of quitting. Never quit until life quits you. Failure does not mean you are weak. It could be that you have skipped a step in the process which you have to look back, or all is complete. Just as a seed needs time to germinate and grow to bear fruit, you need to give time to the process involved in achieving your goal. Never give up. I repeat, never give up on your goal. Study, work hard and be disciplined. Study, put into practice what you have learned, refined and repeat. Never quit. You just need one success. Is self-discipline learnable? Of course it is. Then why do we have people still struggling with this idea of self-discipline? I believe these negative senses are the major cause of our indiscipline. I will go through them one after the other and provide a possible way to deal with these senses consciously to become successful in the next future when one implement discipline. When one is able to control or manage these senses, such a person is basically implementing the habits of self-discipline. In simple terms, implementing self-discipline is basically working hard enough to control or manage these negative senses. Let's dig into them. First of them is the fear of losing, or better still we can put it in this: exaggerating the pain over one's capability of dealing with the same pain. Once the imagination of how painful one will through after failure exceeds the emotional strength possessed by the individual, one becomes discouraged of involving himself or herself in any life-changing opportunity or event that seems new to him or her. That is, living out his or her comfort zone becomes difficult. We should always be aware that we possess a strong emotional strength or inner strength which when exercised will overcome any pain we will go through in life. This is to tell us that 90% of our success depends how we react to events in daily life. And also 90% of the time, people who seek for change in spite of the pains involved become successful at the end. The second one is the haste of becoming successful in a short span of time, may because colleagues are making it big ahead of you or the pleasures involved. Yes, you have to be impatient to meet your goal, but be patient enough to keep the process right on course. We cannot wait to see ourselves in achieving our goals, but that does not give the right to skip methods or procedures involved in making it big. When one becomes hasty in achieving his or her goal, the chance that he or she will fall short of self-discipline is high. Lastly, a daily life activities that excludes the practices involved in achieving one's goal. Illustrating this with an example, a student who desires to achieve an A class but such is rarely seen studying his or her books daily. He or she always wait till the last day. His or her daily life activities involves little to no practices of his or her dream. That is what we call lack of commitment. If the person keeps the habit of excluding the daily practices he or she has to commit, will hardly achieve his or her goal. You want to have a breakthrough financially, but your daily life activities excludes activities that one has to perform daily in order to manage your money well. How do you think you will have financial freedom? If we really want to achieve success, then we must consciously take proper decisions and actions.